Hey yo, what's up everybody? I hope you all are out there having an absolutely marvelous day. Welcome into the channel or welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael and I'm here just doing Michael things. And before we dive into this video, I just want to take a moment to thank y'all for taking time out of your day and tuning into the channel. If you enjoy what you see, and I really hope that you do, please consider hitting that thumbs up, leaving a comment, and subscribing. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell so y'all won't miss out on any new uploaded content. Now, without further ado, let's get after it. Alright, as you can see in front of you right now, we have another small stack of my Marvel PC trading cards. We are still in the letter D, so let's get into it right now. Alright, first card, I was told that it is not only just a quote-unquote rookie card, but this card is also a comic book exclusive. So I've been told. I do recall getting this card, and I do believe it was in the X-Force, spoiler right there, it is in the X-Force comic book. So here it is. We have my very first card of Deadpool. I've always liked Deadpool as a character just because of his sarcastic nature and how he masks everything with humor. Kind of hits home a little bit, but I can relate to the concept and the going-ons of who and what Wade is. Wade Wilson, real name, of the character Deadpool. So I've always been a fan, and like I said, I was a fan of Deadpool way before he got super popular within recent years. We'll just say the last 15 years. But here it is. There's card number 3. There's all your information there on the back. Alright, there we go. That's card number 1 of Deadpool. Next, we have the, excuse me, the X2 X-Men Series 2 Skybox from 1993. This is when he was classified as a supervillain. For a while there, he was a villain before he became the anti-hero that everybody knows him to be. But there you go. Great artwork, great imagery. A lot of dust on that. But there it is. Absolutely phenomenal. And there's your, excuse me, there's information there on the back of the card. Alright, let's move on to the next card. This one is also a 1993 Skybox, but this one is from one of those 3x3 images, and this one would be card 1 out of the 9, because as you can see here, we got the border across the top and across the left, which means this is the top left card. And then this is card number 1 out of the 9 for the image. But there you go. Look at that artwork. The artistry is absolutely amazing. The imagery is phenomenal. Cards in really, really good condition as well. These are all original artwork. No comic book art in this set at all, to the best of my knowledge. And again, great artwork and imagery on the back of the cards as well, when it gives just a little bit of information. Alright, moving on to the next card. This is one of my favorites from the 1993. This is the Marvel Masterpiece of Deadpool. This is very simplistic in the art. In the imagery, it's very simplistic, but it tells a huge story. Joe Jusko does a fantastic job on this card. Not only because I think Jusko is a great artist, but he adds in the detail of like the blood splatter on the back. You got the crosshairs through the scope behind him. which I thought was kind of odd to have it in the background like that. But there you see in the foreground the blood on the sword, the pistol in his hand. Great artwork, great imagery. I love that purple foil at the top where it's saying the 93 Marvel Masterpieces, and then the gold foil there on the bottom where his name is. And there's some of that original comic book artwork. And I do believe this is the first card that actually introduces his real name as Wade Wilson, right there underneath the Deadpool name. There we go. Now on to the next card. This is from the 1994 Marvel Masterpieces. This is the artwork done by Tim and Greg Hildebrandt. Again, very great image, great artwork. I love the highlights, the lowlights, the shading. You can definitely tell which direction the light's coming from, being that it is a nighttime scene. Absolutely phenomenal all the way around. All the way around, absolutely phenomenal. The artistry and imagery, I mean, top notch. Absolutely top notch. There you go. There's a little information there on the back. Right, on to the next. This one is the 94 Fleer Ultra X-Men, still classified as a super villain. Not the greatest of artwork to feature this character in a comic book trading card set. Whoever it was that was in charge of picking the artwork, I would have went back to the artist, who is right here. We got Bo Hampton. I'd be like, look, Bo, I know you spent some time, and it is greatly appreciated, the time that you spent on creating this artwork, but can you do something a little bit better? I mean, and personally, my own opinion, it seems very rude and elementary art. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. It is, it's nice. But I think it could have been better. Anyway, moving on to the next. This is the Marvel Universe 1994. He also still classified in this as a supervillain. I love the gold foil on the name, the gold foil on the logo. The artistry and imagery is absolutely a unique perspective, which, again, I like. It is very cool to see it in different aspects, different angles. All right, there's information there on the back of the card. Oh, little information here. I have one card of Copycat, and if you can read that, is one-time lover. Well, being that Deadpool is who he is, and in the movies they introduce this character. Let me find it here real quick. They introduced this character before she had mutant powers. Copycat was Vanessa. Yep, you heard me right. Vanessa Carlyle, his girlfriend from the Deadpool movies. Well, girlfriend in the first movie, not so much a girlfriend in the second movie. But I'm going to put this up here for right now, and I'm going to show you. Here is Vanessa after she found out that she was also a mutant. This is the only Copycat card that I have of Vanessa Carlyle, and as you can see right there, Vanessa Carlyle. As you can see right there, she impersonated Domino for a while in the team of X-Force. But yeah, this is Vanessa from the Deadpool movies, his girlfriend. Yeah. Kind of interesting. Actually, it's not kind of interesting. It's very interesting. But Let's continue on with Deadpool right now. Next, we have the 94 Flair. This one is a little bit thicker stock for the 90s cards. This one is the original artwork. Kind of looks like it has the little bit of the CG feel to it, like the early CG style. But I love the gold foiling, of course. Gotta have it. Great artwork, great imagery. Deadpool strikes. Name the information there on the back of the card. All right, moving on to the next card. We have a 95 Flair Marvel Annual. And this one, again, it has that look and has that appearance of CG art. For it being a Marvel Annual, you would think it would be comic book art from the books, obviously, because it's annual, referring to, the going-ons in the book for this year. But still, nonetheless, great artwork, great imagery. Looks a little muddy in areas. A little blurry in areas as well. That's why I say it gives that little bit of feel of the early CG style. But nonetheless, good looking card. The Unvulnerable and the Insufferable. That definitely classifies Deadpool to a T. Here we go, on to the next card. This one is the 95 Flair Marvel Annual. This is a limited edition, card number 2 of 12 of the Hollow Blast. This is Deadpool versus the Juggernaut. And you can see right there, Juggernaut, right there, in that hologram, the Hollow Blast. Absolutely phenomenal. I love these cards. Oh my gosh, I love these cards. That hollow foil, the lenticular, the 3Ds, the foils, the inserts, the rare ones. Man, I really, really, really like those ones. But there you go. There's the artwork and the imagery. Top notch. Absolutely phenomenal. Oh, and I dropped it. All right, there's information there on the back of the card. All right, set that there. On to the next. We have another 95 Flair Marvel Annual. This one is the insert subset of the Power Blast. This is card 17 of 24. I believe that's what that says. It's a really small print. But there it is, the gold textured foil on the background. Get you a little bit closer look to it. Card's in phenomenal shape. I've had this, it seems like forever. I mean, 30 years, obviously, because this is the 95 set, and we're in 2025, so it doesn't take a genius, a rocket surgeon, or a brain scientist to figure out the math, But it is card number 17 of 24. So there it is, 17 of 24. And there's another image that's on the back of the card. Absolutely amazing. Love these cards. Man, I can't speak highly, or can't speak enough about these. Here we go. 95 Fleer Ultra. This is the Hunters and Stalkers. I have what I was told was the blue base parallel of the Hunters and Stalkers, and I say parallel because I got 2 more cards of this exact image, but it's a different color. So we'll just show the blue one here real quick. Absolutely, again, absolutely love that foil, the textured foil, because you can see it's textured there in the light. But there it is, Hunters and Stalkers, limited edition. Card number 3 of 9. Artist is Dave DeVries. Absolutely phenomenal. So we will set that one right there for the time being. And then, look at that. I got 2 gold background images. And the lettering, it looks to be in either the bronze or the copper there on the logo, and then also on the hunters and stalkers. But man, look how shiny that gold. I mean, it just makes the character just pop right up off of that card. And then, as the norm is with these cards like this, information on the back is exactly the same as the others. But yeah, I got 1 blue and 2 purple. I'm sorry, 2 gold. Holy shit, why did I say purple? I'm sorry. Wow, got me so flushed I don't even know colors no more. Anyway, so there's that one. We'll move on to the next cards. I got 3 of the Fleer Ultra X-Men. These are the foiled, high gloss, embossed images. Get a better look there of the foiling and the high gloss and the embossing. Take a look at both front and back. And see, on this card, I do believe this is the first card, the first year that they classify Deadpool as a superhero, as you see there at the bottom. But I just noticed that these 2 cards are the base card, and then this one has the stamped gold signature there at the bottom. So there you go. There's those ones. Deadpool. Moving on to the next. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more cards left to go for Deadpool. All right, our next card is from the 1996 Fleer Ultra X-Men, part of the Weapon X program. We have Deadpool getting shot up in all kinds of directions up his, butt, his crotch, his thighs. Because not every one of those bullets just missed. Because like in the movies, he has a shining star coming out his butt in the form of a bullet. Right up Broadway, as he says, I do believe. But anyway, great artwork, great imagery. And then on the back we have, Omega Red. But very little information there on the bottom there of Deadpool. All right, moving on to the next card. This one is from the 2020 Marvel Contest of Champions. It is a TCG. If you don't know what TCG is, it is a trading card game. And we have Deadpool. This was after the first movie. And his notoriety and popularity soared. And there's all the information there on the back of what his abilities are, what his power ratings and number and fighting skill and all that other good stuff. I've never played the game, but I've been told it's kind of like, Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! All along the same lines. All right, on to the next to last card. This is from the 2023 Fleer Ultra Wolverine. Again, it is one of those thicker cards. Absolutely phenomenal image. The artistry and imagery is absolutely amazing. And again, the foil claw marks from Wolverine there in the background. Information there on the back. I remember that issue. I used to have it. And I say used to because, unfortunately, My whole entire collection of comic books that I had saved, my own personal collection of comic books, are gone. Yes, you heard me correctly. They're completely gone. Destroyed in a... Okay. Long story short, my cards were being stored in the basement of a relative's house. Pipes burst, flooded the basement, destroyed every comic book I had. You know those 4-foot comic book boxes? 4 foot long. I had 6 of those comic books boxes, completely jam-packed, filled with all of my comic books that I collected as a teenager and young adult. I was unable to transport them with me when I moved. I had asked the individual relative to take care of these cards like they were absolutely worth millions of dollars. Unfortunately, up until the point of the flooding, or fortunately, up until the point of the flooding of the basement, my cards were kept in a temperature-controlled area. Unfortunately, where they were stored at, above them was where the pipes had burst and rained down gallons upon gallons upon gallons of water all over my comic book collection. Yes, they were sleeved. Yes, they had hardbacks on the or in the sleeves to protect the comic books, but unfortunately, and I know I said it several times, unfortunately, my whole entire collection is gone. And I'm talking about way, way early, like early 80s, when I was really, really young, when I first started collecting comic books. But anyway, enough with the sad story. Let's continue on. This will be my last card for Deadpool, which also ultimately is the last card for this video. This one is from the 2020-2021 number 1 spot. This is from Deadpool number 1, 2019, where we have King Deadpool ruling over all. And then I have just an eyeball on a tentacle, just right there. Anyway, there it is, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed presenting it to you. And as we wrap up another video, I just want to express my deepest gratitude for y'all joining me today. It's moments like these, connecting with y'all, that I cherish the most. Please let's continue to ripple out kindness, love, and understanding to whomever we meet, wherever we go. Y'all's support makes a world of difference, and I greatly appreciate it. One last thing before we go. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones. What you put out, you receive 1,000-fold. So with that being said, I hope the rest of your day and or night continues to be absolutely marvelous. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace, y'all.